If you're not using BugHerd, you're throwing time and money down the drain. One of my favourite parts of the website development project is when we're going to introduce BugHerd, because I know how happy the client's going to be once they get their hands on that tool. Hi, I'm Paula and I'm the digital strategist here at Pixelstorm. Pixelstorm's a digital agency. We build websites, marketing campaigns, and internal efficiency solutions like CRMs and proposal systems. We service a diverse range of customers, so we work a lot with manufacturers, we work a lot with not-for-profits and government bodies, as well as growing and large organisations. We started using BugHerd because we wanted to position ourselves as a more professional organisation. Before we had BugHerd, clients were frustrated. The projects very rarely ended on a positive note, because one of the last stages of a website launch or a project launch is feedback. So what we found with BugHerd is that it just removed all of those barriers, because all the customer needs to do is log on to BugHerd, click a button and provide their feedback. They don't need to take screenshots. They don't need to annotate. All of that's done for them. So they can log in and provide feedback with ease. And that means that they're happy, and they're really happy with the experience because you've made their life easier. And that's what we strive for.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm the founder and the director of Pixelstorm. I spend my days running Pixelstorm and building websites. Customers love the fact that you've got a system in place and you're not just getting your customer to write another email. Clients are so happy to be out of their email program and into an actual system like BugHerd that's designed for this specific purpose. They love it. They love the fact that you've thought about it. They love the fact that you've got a solution for them and that you're making their lives easier. BugHerd has really helped us secure repeat business with clients because they love that part of the process. It's less painful for them. They may have built other websites before in the past and not had the same great experience. They keep coming back to Pixelstorm to build more websites because of things like BugHerd.
If you're an agency, my advice would be to give BugHerd a go. It really improves not only how you get feedback from projects, but it also improves your profitability on the project. It improves meeting the project deadline, and it also improves customer satisfaction.